Welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. All archers, we are heading for Bethla Garrison and going for the north wall of the town. Looking at the enemies here, I think this is probably a little bit more favorable for the archers. I didn't do much experimenting, or really any experimenting, with the south wall of this battle. The north wall is kind of a usual go-to for me, just because of the enemies who are there, and I'm thinking if I can get a little bit of height advantage, we can, really make some things easy here. Mostly what I'm looking at is lack of lots of big, nasty, dangerous magic users. We do have the summoner down there. I'm hoping that I can kind of get up early and take that summoner down before things get too out of control. That monk is way around the corner and a couple of rounds away from really doing me much bodily harm. Looking at what everybody has here. Just checking to see what kind of extra abilities they might have. He just has the summon magic. He doesn't have something like a time magic ability on the side. Ramza was kind of placed in an unfortunate position. I didn't look too carefully at the starting array before we went ahead with this fight. So he is going to be snookered a little bit there on that side. But it's okay. Surge can get up there, just checking the turn order, and he's going to go over for that archer, or the summoner. Unfortunately, not great compatibility there. Really knocks it down. Even with that Ultimus bow and a pretty high level, I'm guessing that was the worst compatibility, although I did not actually check. So someone can back that up and double check that for me, but I'm guessing that that's what we're looking at here. Here is Jill Game Heart. That's certainly a good enough support ability to have. Jill Game Heart's good enough for me. And Mustadio's looking, where can he go? And actually, a whole heck of a lot of nowhere. That's where Mustadio can go. There's a whole lot of nowhere. Those archers, for now, do have the height advantage on us. They do have that, so we do need to be careful as we work our way down here slowly. We're kind of chilling out on the wall up there. Moving this guy around. Defend from that Lancer was an interesting choice. And I'm having a hard time getting in range. Just trying to get in range is proving to be kind of tricky with my opening setup. And those archers are just going to have their way with us. I did consider coming in here with Arrow Guard. I did consider bringing that one in. If this had gone to another attempt, I think Arrow Guard would have been the choice to go for, because here is Shiva. And Shiva is going to get us with a big area of effects, because I just couldn't get my guys into position. I thought that I could get that summoner out of the way quickly, and I just couldn't get him up there. So as it is, I get 3 speed saves out of the deal. So 3 more speed overall is pretty nice for the party. Obviously, just 1 on each character, but that speed overall is going to be real nice. So Mustadio's checking it out, and he's seeing how much damage can I do with my charges. I want to maximize our actions here, at least in the opening part of this battle. I'm going to see if I can get that summoner out of the way as we're climbing that tower, and certainly we can. Between Mustadio's charge and Ramza's single attack there, we are going to be in fine shape. So we can have our characters bunched up as much as we please with no worries. Looking at what I can do, I've got a defending Lancer down there, so we're just going to go across. And I'm trying to decide if I want to stick and move, or if I want to move up here and try to start working on one of these archers. And we'll have some fun with these guys, you'll see. We'll see. You'll see just how much fun these archers can be. Arrow Guard right there. That was fun to see, I have to say. So that archer giving me some trouble with Arrow Guard. Wondering where I can go with this one. And indeed, we miss that attack. So that Arrow Guard could become problematic later if we have some characters hit the ground and we are just desperately trying to get the battle over with before we start losing characters to crystals. There he arced it over, so there are 2 lost actions from archers. There's that summoner down before he gets another action, so no problems there, no worries. Their mithril bows, even despite being so weak, are really plinking us down, especially in conjunction with that Shiva. And here's a physical attack, and an archer hits the floor. So the timer is ticking. 3 turns on an archer that already has a pretty fast character. I've got 2 lancers, 2 archers, and a monk alive. Everybody on their team alive except that summoner. And can we get there? Can we do it? We can do pretty decent damage when we get our actions, so let's see what we can do. Stadio's going to move up, and he's going to take on one of the lancers. Luckily, we can do some pretty decent damage there. Mustadio is pretty good on that. A little bit better compatibility with that lancer, is able to do a little bit more, but they are heavily armored, as you can see, and it can soak up a whole bunch of punishment without going down. But it is going to be harder for them to reach us as we get higher. Their mobility is not so good. I don't know how much jump they have learned. Jill Gameheart, we're going to go after Jill Gameheart there and try to get him on the ground and see what we can do about that Arrow Guard archer later. That was a kind of halfway through this battle strat that I figured out when I noticed that we had Arrow Guard on that side. Lloyd. In the name of the Lloyd, we have got to take care of that problem. He's just going to keep popping us. So this Lancer is going to get in place, and he's going to be within reach of Mustadio for lethal damage right there. So there's 2 characters on the floor. Little bit less damage we can deal now. And, well, obviously the first timer is the only one that really matters. That monk has just been a non-issue for this whole battle. Finally gets in there to throw a stone. And see, now we are finally in position. If we had just gotten up here a little bit earlier, we would have been just fine. Because now we can just snipe guys and not have to worry about moving. So I could have gone for maximum mobility, which may have been the smarter choice here. Also could have gone for Arrow Guard, which would have reduced a couple of the hits that we took in the opening stage of this fight. So there goes that Lancer. We're down. So I'm happy that we were able to get these guys down so quickly. We got 1 monk sitting down there. We got 3 on 2 right now with our characters. The problem is that Arrow Guard. That is the huge kicker for us, is we're going to be sitting here shooting arrows at that guy with a 50-ish% chance to hit. I think 55%. That must be his brave number, 55. Could be worse. So his brave is 45. His brave is 45. That's actually lucky. It could be a lot worse. His brave could be a lot higher, and he's got a crit on us now, so he's really hurting. Chakra, not really going to make a difference for the monk there. He's still going to be a one-shot for our characters. He's still going to be in one-shot range for all of us. So down is going to go that monk. And now I've got 3 characters on 1 up there, and we have to get, I think, 2 or 3 hits on him. And we have to do it before my characters start turning into crystals. We have just got to get this in. So we're just going to face him right here as much as we can. I'm going to try to maximize my damage by charging everything. Because if an arrow hits, I'd rather have it hit with charged damage than just hit with vanilla damage. So we're just going to line everybody up here and just start popping. You know, as much as we can. Lloyd. Let's see. He's got full health, 282. Okay, there's a hit for 110. There's a hit for 130. He's got 1 shot left in him. So that was nice to get two plugs in a row. 42. Any single hit will take him out. Rams unfortunately has to move. Rams is going to miss. Lloyd's going to get a turn with 42 health. He's just going to move into the corner, and he's going to plug one of my characters and take him out. So there we are, 2 on 1. I've got characters on 0, both of them on 0. Either one of them could turn into a crystal at any moment. The battle is going to come down to this round right here, and we are able to finish. A very, very narrow finish right there. Much narrower than it needed to be because of my sloppy play. But we can go on to Bethla Garrison's Sluice.